Okay, welcome to our New African Ummah Online School. This is for school year 2017-2018. Alhamdulillah, we had some two students that enrolled overnight, so we thank Allah for them. We're happy to see our returning students and all our new students here together. My name is Kadir Abdus-Sabur. I'm the director of the school, and we have Sister Beverly Abdus-Sabur here beside me. She's our English and building blocks instructor. Other teachers on the line that I see, I'm looking at Sister Najwa Abdul-Tawab. Sister Najwa is our English teacher. And we have Sister Michelle Saka-El, who's the coordinator of our Richmond Learning Center. So, alhamdulillah, we thank you all for being here. And I'm recording this session so that it'll be available for later on for download, and also for those who might be excuse me, tuning in late. Okay, so let's get started here. Oh, let me point out one other thing. On your control bar, there's a little bubble. It's on the right-hand side on the line under the flag. There's a little bubble. That's your chat bubble. If you click on that chat bubble, and then you can send a message to me while your mic is muted. I'm sending one now, so you can see how it will show up in the corner of your Okay, now you should see a little number 1 in that bubble, and if you open it up, just click on that little bubble, and then you'll be able to respond in kind. As down the bottom it says start chatting, and you can write your little message there, the message to me, and for now, and I can answer your messages if need be. Okay, we got a response from Sister Najwa. Okay, now the other thing is, the second thing is that we have the cameras, but you can turn your cameras off right now because it takes up a lot of bandwidth. And we'll cut down on the bandwidth if we keep our cameras off until we actually need them. So just turn your individual video cameras off. You see mine is off. All right. So today what we want to do is we want to go through our entire procedure. So today what we want to do is go through our entire procedure. So I'm going to start at the very beginning, and then we'll go from there. First thing I'm going to do is open up my browser. You all have browsers. Some of you use Firefox, some use Chrome, some use Internet Explorer, some use Safari. So I'm going to open my Safari browser, and I'm going to go to my Schoology account. And this is what you would do every morning. You would open your browser, and you would go to your Schoology account. I'll sign into my Schoology account. Once I sign in, I'm going to go to, first of all, on my home page, I'm going to see any announcements. So this is where we'll put all announcements to all students. They'll be right here. Announcements to parents, students, and everything will be right on this page. So every time you sign in to the homeroom account, this is the homeroom. I'm going to change my video so it's a little easier for you to see the distance. Now see, it's black background and white writing. I think it's a little easier to see. I'm going to click on homeroom here, and that's the class. Under courses, I click on homeroom, and then when that kicks in, now I see I'm in my homeroom section. This is what everybody should do. Students, parents, every day you sign in first in your homeroom. And then you'll see messages here, any messages that we want all the faculty and students to know about, any changes in the schedule, anything that's, that has to be mentioned, it will show up here. So Sister Najwa, I'm going to close your window out here. Okay.
Question.
Yes.
Do all of the parents and students know that you're using several different programs and not the ones?
I'm going to go through all of that. That's part of what my presentation is.
Yes, sir.
Sister Beverly asked the question, does everybody know the different programs that we're using? And the answer is that I'm going to go through that and explain all those different programs in just a minute. That's part of what we're going to do today. Okay, but this is your home screen first of all. And I got here by signing on to Schoology, clicking on courses, and then going to homeroom and clicking on homeroom. Every course that you're enrolled in as a student, or every class that you're teaching, will appear in this list. So you begin with the homeroom. That's our starting point every day. We start at homeroom. And again, in homeroom, you'll find messages, and you'll also find two very important links. A link to our online classes and a link to sign into Plato. We have three systems in place here, and I'll explain to you a little later on what they are and how they all fit together. But these are quick links to get to those three systems. So let us go, first of all, to our first day's lesson. Now you see I have four things listed here that we're going to look at today. So first of all, I'm going to open the first part of our discussion here. And here you see I have an assignment and I have a presentation. Now what I'm doing now, all the things I'm doing now is available to you to review again later. All you have to do is go back to the homeroom and look and click on that first day, and you'll see everything that we're doing right now. So it takes a little bit of time to load. Sister Nigel, we need you to close. Never mind, I got it. All right. Now let's go through this presentation right quick. New African Ummah Online School, and this is for this year. Okay, so we want to talk about these topics today. The first thing we want to talk about is the class schedule, what that means, where to find it. We want to talk about who our faculty are, who's teaching what classes, a little bit about their backgrounds, and then we want to talk about how to get to the various classes. Each classroom has a different link. So the link that I shared with you this morning would be the link that you would use for my class and Sister Beverly's class. And other teachers have different links. Your science teacher, social studies teacher have a link. Sister Najwa has a link, and so on. Each have different links. And then we'll talk about our online accounts, what actually is our online system, what goes on behind the scenes, how it all works, how it all fits together. And the last thing we'll talk about is what we're going to actually do today's class. So we've integrated in today's class quite a bit of things because I want you to learn and try some things as we go through this. So our plan is to, talk about what's going on for a half hour, 45 minutes, give you a little something to do, a little activity for you to complete, and then we'll take a little 15-minute break and we sign back on and continue on. We'll continue on doing that until we cover the material for the day. So today, our first day is primarily orientation. So, and we want everybody to be real comfortable with what we're doing when we get finished. Please mute your mic. Someone is speaking and don't have the mic muted. Okay. First, we have our class schedule here. This class schedule is available on the web, on our website. On our website. So if you go to our website, let me see, let me go back. Oh, sorry. Technology works good when it works. Okay, this schedule, oh man. This schedule is on our website. If you go to our website, you can click under curriculum and you'll find the class schedule. Now the courses here, we have English class and we have a building block class. And the building blocks is a class that helps students that may need some extra work in the English language. So everybody won't be in the building blocks class, and you won't be in the building blocks class all the time. You just be in there to cover one specific thing that you may have difficulty with. And we have Quranic studies class. English class is going to be taught by Sister Najwa Abdul-Tawwab, who's a very highly experienced educator and professional educator. And building blocks class is going to be taught by Sister Abdus-Sabur, who'll be co-teaching with Sister Najwa. Sister Beverly is also a highly educated educator with many, many years of experience. Both these sisters have taught at the university level. Sister Quran, our next class is Quranic Studies, and Quran is a very important part of what we're doing, so we're integrating Quran into our curriculum. So if you go to our website and look under curriculum, and you'll see a tab that says Quranic Integration, and you go to that link, and you'll be able to see and understand how the Quran is being implemented throughout the entire curriculum. Then we have math. We have 2 levels of math. My intention is to teach level 2 class math, and level 1 class math is taught by our brother Fatih Amin. Brother Fatih Amin is a computer inventor, a computer designer. He lives in New York City, and he's agreed to work with us. And across the board, we have time out. We'll have 5-day period. There's a lunch break, and of course, we have no classes on Friday, Juma. We could have some classes on Friday morning if it was necessary, but we don't have any right now. In the afternoon at 3:30 to 4:30, we have physical science, and that's going to be taught by our brother Tariq Abdul Malik, who is a science teacher in Atlanta, Georgia, and he's a certified science teacher in Atlanta, Georgia. And again, we have a building blocks class. This building blocks class, This building blocks class here, this is math building blocks class, and this is taught by our sister Majida Sharif. Sister Majida Sharif is a math teacher from Detroit, Michigan. And Sister Majida is a very interesting, wonderful person. She's a graduate of the Claire Muhammad schools, and she went on to college, and her father and mother were both educators. Her mother taught at the Ikhlas Academy in Detroit, Michigan, so she has a lot of experience in Islamic education, and we thank Allah for blessing her to be inspired to come and work with us. And then we have our social studies class, and social studies is taught by our sister Rashida Abdul Malik. Sister Rashida is also a certified teacher in Atlanta School District, and her specialization is English and social studies. So all of the teachers this year are highly qualified professional educators. We thank Allah for them. Our Mali instructor is Brother Hanif Abdullah. Brother Hanifa has a few medical problems, so we probably won't begin our Arabic class until maybe 1st of October. I spoke to him on the phone, but he assured me, he said, Brother Kadir, I'm coming, brother. Just keep my space open. I'm going to be there. So we're very fortunate to have him with us. He's been teaching Mali Arabic, Quranic Arabic for about 13 years, I think he told me. So we're quite fortunate to have him with us. Okay, going on, these are the teachers that we talked about, and all of the ones that we mentioned are here on this list. Our brothers.
Except Quran Shakir.
Sister Quran Shakur, the second one from the bottom, she's working on her doctorate degree. She's ABD, all but her dissertation is completed. She's teaching our Quranic studies class, and she's the principal of W.D. Muhammad High School in Atlanta, Georgia. So Allah has really blessed us with some good instructors to help educate our youngsters. So we're really thankful for the great blessings that the Almighty has bestowed upon us. Now, if we continue on here, we have 3 online accounts. In order to manipulate our system, we have 3 different accounts. First is a free conference call. We call that FCC. And that's our online classroom conferencing program. That's what we're using now. When we gave you that link, and that link connected you to my user ID. So this link that you're using now connects to my user ID. When you sign on to Sister Najwa's class, you'll have a different link, and that will connect you to her class, and so on. So every teacher has a unique link, and I'll show you where they are and how to get to those in just a minute. The second portion of our online system is Schoology. And Schoology is our management system, our management tool. You recall the first thing I did was to sign on to Schoology and then open the homeroom. And that's what you would do. You would sign on to Schoology every day and open your homeroom class. And then once you finish your homeroom, then you would look up in your class list and go to your appropriate class. For example, if you're going to math class, you would look up in your courses, find the math class, and click on math. And when you open it, you'll see your assignments for math. And we'll show you that a little bit later on as well. The third component is a Plato online curriculum system. This is a very good system. We did a lot of research last year trying to identify the best system for us. This system really seems to be really good. We'll see how it works out. It provides tutorials. It's very detailed explanations of curriculum content. It gives every student practice, and then it gives the student the opportunity to take a mastery test. And you can take the test again if you didn't get it a high score. If you didn't get a 80 or a 90, you can go back and review the tutorial again and do the practice again, and you can take the mastery test again. And you can continue to do that. You can take the mastery test 3 times without the teacher interfering. If you've taken it 3 times, you're still having difficulty, then the teachers will help you and work with you. So we're going to do that today. So today, inshallah, what we're going to do is we're going to do all 3 of these things. We're already into the conference call now. Number 2, I'm demonstrating to you how to get into Schoology, and in a little bit, you're going to be able to get on and do the same thing. And number 3, we're going to actually get you a chance to go online with in your Plato class and open a math class and actually go through the math tutorial and the practice sessions and the mastery test. And then we're going to show you how to pass all that information back to your teacher. So the system is very comprehensive, and our brother Tariq Al-Kibalan is our technical coordinator, and he's the brother that's making the technical side of these things work. So we're very thankful to our brother Tariq. So let us go on here. Okay, let's see. So we're going to close this out. And now I'm back to my Schoology. Now I want you to understand what I'm doing here. I have a Safari session. It's a browser. You may also have a Firefox browser or Chrome browser or Internet Explorer. It doesn't matter.
Or Silk.
Or Silk browser. If you're using a tablet, you have a different browser, an Android browser. And what I do is I just open another window. In my browser, I just open another window. And depending on what browser you're using, you would open those windows in different ways. In my case, all I have to do is just click on this little plus sign, and that'll open another window. So the tab at the top, this is my Schoology tab. Now I can go over here and open another window, and I can go wherever I need to go to. So I'm going to go to our web page here to show you that. So I'm looking at my menu bar, and on my menu bar I have New African Ummah Online School, and this will take us to a web page. I'm going to change the color so it looks like it does online. Okay, now I want you to see this tab is New African Ummah Online School, and this tab here is my Schoology. And I flip back and forth from tab to tab, just like that. I can flip from tab to tab, go to tab to tab. And I can have more than 2 up here, but 2 is a manageable number. So let me just mention briefly how you might use this. We have Schoology on one side, we could have Plato on the other side. And as we go back and forth during your classes, you'll be able to switch from one to the other. All right. Now, we talked about New African Ummah Online School, and I want to show you some of the things that we mentioned. Number 1, this homepage is pretty much up to date. We try to keep it up to date as much as we can. You'll find all kinds of information here. Here you'll find information about our school, our policy and procedures manual. We recommend the parents and students both read this. This is a comprehensive manual, describes what we're trying to do, inshallah, with our program. And then the testimonial. These are comments made by individuals who have had comments about the school. And we encourage you to write comments, and we'll post them as well. Other thing here is instructional delivery method, and let's look at that for a minute. Instructional delivery method means how does New African Ummah online school work? Well, this is the way it works. The teachers conduct live classes, just like we're doing now. We're doing a live class. And they're going to students. They're going to students that are home. For example, we have some parents, students in Jackson, Mississippi online today. We have students in Maryland online today. Some students in Virginia online today. And also, they're going to a learning center. We have a learning center online today, Richmond Learning Center. So, at the learning center, there will be several students there. This is the way that the school works. We have teachers, and the teachers are all over. We have one teacher in Florida. We have 3 in Atlanta, Georgia, 1 in New York, 2 in Virginia, 1 in Columbus, Ohio, 2 in New York, 2 in New York. So the teachers are all over. But what this does, it enables us to get highly qualified professionals to deliver the classes. And the students are all over. Like we mentioned before, we have students all over. And actually, this could be worldwide. We've got students in developing nations as well, Ghana or Senegal. We actually teach another class to students in Senegal right now. Sister Beverly teaches an English language class to students in Senegal. And our coordinator in Richmond right now is Sister Michelle Sakael, and she's coordinating our Richmond effort. And the idea here is now, what this will enable us to do is have a school where all Muslims all over the country can go, no matter how small your community is, with just 2 or 3 students, or it can be 20 students. We can have one teacher teaching everybody at the same time, all over the world. In addition to that, you notice in the schedule, some of our classes were in the evening. The science classes starts at 3:30, and the social studies starts at 6. Well, sometimes you may not miss that, especially if you're at a learning center. You may not be able to catch that class. So we record the classes, like I'm recording this one now. We record the classes, and the students will be able to access these recordings at home, from home, just clicking on it and access it. Also, the coordinator of the learning center would be able to play that class back during the daytime. So, for example, if we look back at the schedule just a minute here, we look at the schedule. You see in the schedule there are some spaces that are where there are no classes going on, like on between 10 and 11 on Mondays, or 11 to 12 on Tuesday and Thursday, or 1:30 to 2:30 on Monday and Wednesday. These are times when there are no classes going on, or 2:30 to 3:30 on Monday and Wednesday. There are no classes going on. That means that the coordinator of the learning center, could take advantage of those blocks and play back, because they're recorded, could play those sessions back in any of those open slots, so that the students in the learning center would be able to take advantage of those evening classes the very next day. And so the learning center doesn't have to stay open at 6 or 8 o'clock at night. It can be a normal school day, and then at the end of the school day, any classes at night could be played back to the students in the day. So I see we have two questions here. Let me just go to the chat bubble and see what they are. Okay. Okay, we have parents whose system clicked off and went back on. So I think she's all right now. Okay, let me just check and make sure that she's back on. Yeah, I see her back on. That's good. And now the other comment was, okay, we have students that are using tablets. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. So we have several students using tablets, which is fine. This platform is designed that any device can be used for our online school, and that's what we're trying to do. So Brother Tariq Al-Kibalan is the one that's the techno guru for us. So if you're having problems with your device, he's the man to contact. And you'll see his email address in our correspondence, and also we can list it at the end of this presentation. So we're not going fast today. We want you to understand the whole program. So we're taking our time going through this. Okay? This is the school calendar. We're looking at the website now. This is the school calendar. Here you'll find all the dates. You'll find it's opening day, September 6th. You see we have a Thanksgiving holiday with no class. The first marking period, the first quarter ends November 14th. Report cards go to the parents November 21st, and so on. Everything is in this calendar as it stands now. If anything happens and we need to change this calendar, we'll make the changes online and notify you in the homeroom on the announcements. Such and such has been added to the calendar, or such and such has been changed. And the report cards go home to the parents on June the 7th, and the last day of classes is May 31st. I was thinking about this the other day. We didn't put our picnic in here. Last year we had a school closing picnic. It was real nice. Most of the students and parents were there. So we have to put that in the calendar. So you can look forward to seeing that in our calendar as well before too long. When I get around to it, I will put it in there. Okay. The other thing is that on this admission page, if you just go to admissions, here's at the very bottom is where the parents would take care of their financial obligations. This is where you send your monthly payments or tuition payments and book fees. And I just see we have another link here. I think this is tuition description. Let me just double check. Yes, this is tuition description. Explains the cost of the tuition. So if people are asking you about how much does it cost, you can go right to the website and click on tuition, and they will be able to see it. Now, in the curriculum, this is the Quranic integration that I was telling you about. And under Quranic integration, it explains how we want to include the Quran in all that we do, how the Quran becomes a part of our instruction, and why it's important, and how we're going to attempt to include it in every aspect of our instruction. And we're going to do an exercise with this a little later on, so you can actually see and have a real feel for what it does. Here we have a list of proposed courses and course description and faculty. We've looked at those already. Now, the other information here is contact us. This is this particular page allows anybody that's interested in New African Ummah Online to send us an email, and we'll get back to them, and they will be able to, talk to us directly, or, email us, and we'll be able to answer any questions that they have. Okay, now I have two tabs here, right? This was the New African Ummah Online School tab. I'm gonna close that one out. And that takes me back to my Schoology. I'm looking back at my Schoology now. And I'm looking at my opening day. I want to make sure you understand where we are. I'm going to go back to courses again. Click on courses. When the courses open up, this is under Schoology. Courses open up, I'm going to go to my homeroom. And in my homeroom, I'm going to see a list of the resources, and in this case, a folder. This folder is the first day of school. That's where we are now, first day of school. So I open that folder like that, and then what I'm going to see there is these 4 assignments. And we're doing the first one now, the opening day agenda. This is the one we're doing right now. So we'll click on that so you can see where we're at. And it says here on the left-hand side, I'll make this a little bigger so you can see it. If it's hard for me to see it, I'm sitting right upon it. I know you can't see it in the distance. Okay, let me see if I can. All right, here we go. First thing it says view the presentation, which we've done. Now, you see I have 3 questions here. 3 questions. This is where you get a chance to participate. I have 3 questions here. And I'm going to show you exactly how you do this in a minute. Oh, we got a question. Let me see what this question is. Okay, let's see. Go back. Message in the message window. Okay, is it better now? We have a frozen screen. Sometimes you have to just move your mouse around or something like that to get it to unfreeze. All right. Okay. Now let me go back to here. This is what you have here now. This is where we're at. This is the assignment that we're doing now. This is the assignment that we're doing now. We're working on this. Now, the first thing we did was the viewed opening day presentation. We did that. Then we looked at the web page. And then the second thing you're supposed to do is answer the following questions. Well, now, where do you answer these questions? And how does the teacher know that you've done that? So now what I'm going to do is show you how you do that. This is the way you will complete all your assignments throughout the year. So in order to do this, I'm going to go to another tab. Remember we have tabs up here? We have tabs. I'm going to open a new tab. And the new tab, I'm going to end up going to Schoology, but I want to be able to go. I don't want to use the same Schoology session here, because if I do, what happens is that this account will override. So in my new screen, I want to be able to go somewhere else. Now, for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to do it a little easier than that. I'm just going to switch to another window and then open it over here with another browser, so you can really follow what's happening and not get tied down with the technology. And here I'm going to open up another Schoology session. But this time I'm going to sign in as a student, because I want you to see what the student sees. So let me see. Let me find a student account here. See if it'll allow me to log in. Okay, now this one is, all right. This is the account that we're looking at. This is the one, the homeschool. This is the homeroom account. This is the one we're looking at right here. And it asks these 3 questions. Now, in this window, you would have signed off of your homeroom, and or you just open your little group at the top, like that. Open your little group at the top. And when you open the group, you open the course at the top, and you go from homeroom to whatever class is your next class. This is how you do this. But now when you sign on, you're going to go to homeroom, just like that. Everything we're doing today is in homeroom. So here's homeroom. I'm clicking on homeroom. Now I look at homeroom. This is the student side now. I made up this student here so we could do this. This is the student side. It looks just like the other side. Almost. Almost. So now I'm going to click on the first day of school tutorial right here. It looks almost exactly like the other one, except, let's see, when I open the assignment now, open this assignment up, I have something just a little bit different. I have the assignment, but off to the right-hand side, I have an opportunity. Let me get this out the way. Whoops. I've got to move my free conference call. It's in the way. It's blocking my vision here. I got to move it out the way. Give me a second here. Okay. Okay. I'm still on the student side. There's the assignment. And this is the description that we have. And when I click on, where's my submission at? I'm sorry, I don't see what I'm looking for on the screen here. Let's see. I don't see what I'm looking for. Let me make sure that I did it right and that I skipped it. I don't want to take you guys' time up with this. I have to figure out why this thing is not working the way I wanted it to work. But I'll show you that a little later on. Okay, so let me go back and we just review what we've done, and we give you the opportunity to ask questions. I'm back in my Schoology account. And you see this is my original Schoology account here. And this is the one we've been looking at all along. This is where I signed in. And these are the assignments. Now, above this assignment, there's a link to online classes. I'm going to click on that link. And when I click on that link, what happens is another window is going to open up. Now, this window shows me the different teachers' names and what subjects they teach. And this is their online link. So, for example, to join this class with me today, you would have just clicked on this link. To join Sister Najwa's class, you would have clicked on this link. To join Sister Belly's class, you would click on Sister Belly's link. And to join Tariq Abdul Al-Kibalan, who's our technology coordinator, his class, you would click on this link. So that's what this is. These are the links at the very top of the page. Let me go back again, show you that again. This is we're still in our homeroom. We're still in homeroom. You'd sign on the homeroom as well. Still in homeroom. And in homeroom, you see you have two links. The link that we just looked at is the link to online classes. And the second link, this link, gets you into our Plato system. And when you get there, you're going to see this kind of a screen. And I sent each of you a username, an account name, account login, a username, and a password. You would enter those at this point. You don't have to do it right now. We're gonna do this as an actual project in just a minute. So don't do it just yet. I just wanted to show it to you. Okay, I'm going to go back. Now also I want to show you this. You see, this is the Plato window here. Opened up automatically. There's a tab. And this tab takes me right back to the Schoology. One tab's in Schoology and the other tab's in Plato. And I can switch back and forth just like that. Just click on the tabs. So once I come online and I open my Schoology session and I start working in Schoology, and when I get ready to go on my Plato, I log into my Plato and it gives me another tab and I can sign in, and in a little bit you'll be able to see exactly how this works. The tab here and the tab here. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open the mics up and take any questions that you may have. Then we'll take a little break and then we'll start again. So let me open. You can turn on your mics now, please. If you have a question, just open your mic and ask the question, and somebody else might have the same question. Any questions? What's up?
This is Sister at the RVA Center. I just wanted to let the people know that my grandchildren are in the background, but they're not here during the week. Their program starts on the 11th.
Okay, good. Thank you. That's great, sister. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, everybody can hear okay? See all right? Okay, I'm going to go over here. Huh? What's the name?
This is Samia.
Oh, Samia, that's the name. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Yesterday, my mother had a question about the Play-Doh login.
Yeah, I fixed it this morning, I think. If she tries it again, if you try it again, it should be okay now. I fixed it this morning.
She wanted to know if we were supposed to use like a special type of password or anything.
A special what? Oh, I sent a password to
Like
her.
the password or
I sent her an email with your user ID and password.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Everybody can hear and see all right? All right. So this is what we're going to do now. We're going to take about a question.
Yes, I got another question, just occurred to me. I noticed on your class links,
Yes.
you only have three. How do we get to the other teachers? How do you get to the other teachers' classes when they're in session?
That's a good question. The other teachers are still in the process of establishing their links, and once we have their links established, we'll add those to the list as well.
Okay.
So for now,
when they have class, when will they start their classes? Will it be this week?
probably this week, or if not the first or next week. But in the meantime, anytime they start one, I'll send you an email with their link in until we get it in the table.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. Any other questions? Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to take a break. During this break, I want you to do the following. I want you to open a window, sign into your Schoology account, go to your courses, click on your courses, just like I have here, and then click on Homeroom. Okay? And when you click on Homeroom, it'll come up and you'll have an opportunity to send a message to me, reply to a message. So what I'm saying is you go to your homeroom. You're going to go to your homeroom, and when you get there, you're going to sign on, and you're going to see all the things that we've done today. I want you to open this first day's tutoring session up. Look at it. Look at the things that we've done. Just the first one, opening day agenda. Look at it. Make sure you understand what's happening there. And then we're going to start again. It's 10 minutes to 10. We'll start again at 10 o'clock. So for the next 10 minutes, I want you to get on the Schoology, play around with it, open your course up, use a tab. Your free conference call link can still stay there. Just mute your mic and open your tab and go into Schoology. Everybody understand? Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for 10 minutes until you guys do that. All right. So just mute your mic and then explore Schoology. Okay, I see this. I don't know what happened. I had this thing all worked out. Huh?
Muted.
Yeah, thank you. Let me see what I can do. She went to the bathroom. I can't sleep.
Oh, we don't have lunch here. Here. You have to, you had to do that on the other days, you know that, right? You can do a lot of that. I put everything in my right back. She didn't see it, I don't think. She didn't see me this morning. I spoke to her. She told me she did something with my teeth. And it wasn't my teeth, it was his teeth. I didn't get to eat. feel like I'm gonna go do something myself.